According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the quake hit about 55 miles south of Yuma. There are reports of people in the valley feeling the quake too around 9 o'clock last night. Now, we want to know if you felt anything, so that's this morning's poll question. Let us know by heading to 12news.com/bullhorn. Right now, it looks like the majority are saying, nope, I didn't feel anything. 12% say yes. So we will be checking in on the results throughout the morning.